7 million years ago, the world looked nothing like it does today. Vast stretches of dry woodland covered the land, broken by rocky hills, cracked earth, scattered thorn bushes, and only a handful of twisted trees. Green forests were rare. Long seasons without rain had turned much of the landscape into dusty plains, where survival depended on strength, caution, and intelligence. Every sunrise brought new dangers, and every sunset was a victory for those who remained alive. In this harsh world lived a small group of early human ancestors. They were not yet true humans, but they walked upright for short distances, used simple sticks and stones, and relied on teamwork to survive.
Like
Their greatest enemies were hunger, thirst, and the giant predators that ruled the land. Every day became a test of endurance in a world where nature showed little mercy. The tribe awakened before dawn as cool winds swept across the dry valley. Their leader, Korik, carefully studied the distant horizon. The ground was covered with footprints left during the night. Some belonged to antelope-like animals, while others belonged to enormous predators searching for food. Korik understood that fresh water had become scarce. The shallow stream near their shelter had almost disappeared beneath. Cracked mud, forcing the tribe to travel farther each day. Carrying sharpened wooden spears and rough stone tools, the hunters cautiously crossed open ground where little vegetation could hide them. Every step raised clouds of dust, and every sound had signaled danger. Above them, giant birds circled slowly, waiting for weak animals to collapse under the burning sun. As the sun climbed higher, the temperature became unbearable. The dry woodland offered little shade, because only scattered ancient trees survived the endless drought. Small mammals hid beneath rocks, while reptiles basked across warm stones. Suddenly the hunters froze. A massive saber-toothed predator emerged from behind a rocky ridge, its powerful muscles moving silently as it searched for prey. Korik immediately signaled everyone to remain still. The predator sniffed the hot air before turning toward a nearby herd of primitive antelope. Moments later, the silence exploded into chaos as a giant cat launched its attack. Dust filled the air while frightened animals scattered in every direction. The hunters wisely remained hidden, knowing they could never defeat such a beast alone. Later that afternoon, the tribe finally discovered a small muddy waterhole hidden between weathered cliffs. It was the only remaining water for many kilometers. Unfortunately, they were not the first to arrive. Giant prehistoric elephants, distant relatives of later mammoths, slowly approached with their young. Behind them waited enormous crocodiles resting motionless beneath the muddy surface. Every creature needed water, yet every visit could become deadly. Korik ordered the tribe to wait patiently behind the rocks. They understood that challenging larger animals meant certain death. Hours passed before the elephants finally moved away. Only then did the hunters quietly fill hollow gourds with muddy water, while keeping constant watch for hidden predators. Food remained difficult to find. The dry season had killed many edible plants, leaving only tough roots, insects, and occasional fruits growing on isolated trees. The hunters searched beneath stones for beetles and grubs, while the women gathered edible roots from cracked soil. Children collected bird eggs from low nests, hidden among thorn bushes. Nothing was wasted. Every meal, no matter how small, gave the tribe another day of life. During the hunt, one young hunter spotted a wounded antelope struggling beside a rocky slope. Instead of chasing healthy animals, the tribe carefully surrounded the injured creature. Working together, with sharpened wooden spears, they managed to bring it down. It was dangerous work, but success meant precious meat that could feed everyone for several days. Nightfall brought no safety. Darkness transformed the dry woodland into a kingdom ruled by predators. Lions, giant hyenas, and packs of wild dogs roamed across the open landscape searching for easy prey. The tribe gathered inside a shallow cave surrounded by large stones. Korik ordered dry branches and dead grass to be piled at the entrance. Although they had not fully mastered fire, natural lightning had recently ignited part of the woodland, leaving smoldering branches that the tribe carefully carried back to their shelter. Tiny flames flickered weakly, producing enough smoke and light to discourage some predators. Throughout the Night. Distant roars echoed across the valley, while glowing eyes appeared beyond the rocks before disappearing once more into the darkness. Animal herds began migrating toward distant valleys, forcing the tribe to travel farther than ever before. Long journeys exhausted everyone, especially the children and the elderly. During one difficult crossing, the hunters encountered a gigantic prehistoric rhinoceros grazing among dry shrubs. Though peaceful, the enormous animal could become deadly if frightened. Korik slowly guided everyone around the massive beast without making sudden movements. Survival did know, always require fighting. Often, wisdom meant avoiding unnecessary danger. One evening, dark storm clouds finally rolled across the sky. Powerful winds swept dust through the valley, before lightning struck an old dead tree high upon a rocky hill. Flames spread quickly across the dry bushes, creating a fast-moving wildfire. Panic erupted as animals fled in every direction. Herds of antelope, giant pigs, ancient horses, and countless smaller creatures raced across the plains. The tribe escaped toward bare, rocky ground where little vegetation remained to burn. From the safety of the cliffs, Korik watched the wildfire consume the dry woodland below. Though terrifying, the fire also brought opportunity. After the flames passed, several animals had perished, providing valuable food. Burned ground also revealed fresh roots hidden beneath the ash. Nature destroyed life, but also created new chances for survival. Months later, dark clouds finally released long. Awaited rain, water poured across the cracked earth, filling dry streams and shallow ponds. Small patches of green slowly returned, though the land remained mostly dry with scattered trees and open woodland rather than dense forest. Animal herds gradually returned to graze on fresh grass. The tribe celebrated quietly, knowing their hardest season had finally ended. Children played beside flowing water, while hunters repaired broken spears using stronger wood softened by rain. Even with renewed life, danger remained everywhere. Giant predators still hunted the plains. Crocodiles waited beneath muddy rivers, and harsh droughts would eventually return. The story of these early ancestors was not one of comfort, but of determination. They survived because they learned to observe nature instead of challenging it. They waited patiently at water holes, hunted together instead of alone, protected one another from predators, and adapted to an unforgiving world where every decision could mean life or death. The dry woodland, scattered thorn trees, rocky valleys, and endless dusty plains shaped their future. Over countless generations, these survivors passed on the skills that would eventually lead to the rise of humanity. Their courage was not measured by conquering nature, but by enduring it. One sunrise, one hunt, and one hard-earned meal at a time.